The Wire is one of the most tragic shows ever made, and this is clearly reinforced by its characters, like Randy, Wallace, and Duke. But there's one that really stands out, and that is Bodie. Right from the start, Bodie is shown as loyal, wanting to be a thug, as when D'Angelo lets Johnny go, Bodie is the first one to attack him. Also, when Bodie gets back from the juvenile facility, he tries to act like it was nothing, but D'Angelo shuts him down for never being in a real jail.
You was me, your ass still be down there.
You ever seen a city jail, nigga? You ever caught a body? I'm the one who just got home, remember? 8 months over on Eager Street with a body on me, nigga.
Now, the real tragedy starts with the death of Wallace. After Wallace tells Stringer where Brandon is, Wallace finds Brandon's body, resulting in him snitching to the police, and going away for a while, thereby raising suspicion, which causes Stringer to find and tell Bodie to kill Wallace. After taking him for his last meal, Bodie leads him to probably The Wire's most saddest scene.
Do it, goddammit, if you're gonna...
After killing Wallace, you see Bodie shake at the realization of what he's done, only for Put to kill Wallace out of his misery. Now, I know that Bodie probably did not want to do this, but there are two reasons I think he did this. One, it was direct orders from Stringer, which could have caused Bodie's death if he went against him. And two, Bodie is a soldier, through and through, and snitching goes against everything he stands for, which would eventually lead to his demise. After this, Bodie becomes more hardened, not afraid to kill somebody, and less reckless, eventually getting out of the pit and getting his own corner. Come season 3, Bodie is a well-known part of the Barksdale organisation, and very familiar with Officer Carver and Herc, even bumping into them at the movies. He's also important, as he's one of the first major corner boys to interact with Marlowe.
Marlowe? You know I'm with Avon, right? String a bell?
This results in Bodie later getting beaten up by Fruit's crew, which leads to the Stanfield and Barksdale War. I think one of the most important scenes for Bodie's tragedy is this scene, where Bodie talks to Slim Charles about why it can't be like the old days, which leads Slim Charles to say this.
Think about the old days. They the old days. People I'm working with now. So you want to bump with Marlowe over real estate. You on your own. But if you want my advice,
I don't, man. I don't.
I think this is one of the show's most important lines, as it shows the wisdom Slim tries to give Bodie, and Bodie's refusal to take it, and refusal to not figure out a problem himself, which also leads to his downfall. Little Kevin is one of Bodie's friends. After Stringer's death, them and Slim Charles are really the only notable former people from Barksdale's crew. After getting out of jail, Bodie and Put talk to Kevin, which leads Kevin to have a conversation with Marlowe, which also leads to Kevin's death, which completely angers Bodie, which eventually leads to Bodie's death. Bodie then goes to the Vankits and discovers... Now, Bodie's best friend is Put, who is usually in the vicinity of Bodie, even during his death. He is the last friend that Bodie sees. He is shown as quite smart, and knows what's right and wrong, and even questions Bodie on why they had to kill Wallace, and warns Bodie not to get angry or try go after Marlowe.
Marlowe thought he had to do Kevin, but he didn't. That's what I'm saying. It's a cold motherfucker. It's a cold world, Bodie. Thought you said it was getting warmer, nigga. World going one way, people another, yo.
After kicking out the police car window, Mcnulty picks up Bodie and takes him out for a talk. But in the process, Bodie is spotted by one of Marlowe's crew, who tell Marlowe that he's working with the police. We get a very powerful scene as we see the sadness that Bodie feels, like a pawn on the chessboard. This is probably Bodie's most important scene, as he states the sadness he feels, as Bodie is probably the most honest character in the entire show. Yes, he may be a drug dealer, but he never denied it. He's essentially the best soldier you could ask for. Loyal, doesn't steal, snitch, doesn't go against orders, does everything you tell him. But unfortunately, that could not prevent his own death. His death, tragic and sudden. No big speech, no giant gunfight, just 2 shots to the head. His death is even more sad as it's possible that if he had listened to Put and left, he could have survived. But Bodie decided to live and die by his philosophy. It was his corner, and he wasn't going to back down and live his life on his knees. This death is probably the most important in the entire series, as it begins the beginning of the end for Marlo Stanfield's reign, and when Mcnulty hears about it, he comes Season 5, where Mcnulty uses an illegal wiretap on Marlo, and creates a fake serial killer, in order to fund his department, in order to catch Marlo. In conclusion, Bodie is one of The Wire's greatest characters, and one of its greatest tragedies. He stuck to his values, but they weren't enough. He lived a short but impactful life, but was swiftly ended due to one slip-up, leading him towards death. He tried to be honest, he tried to be a good soldier, but in the end, all he was just a pawn on the chessboard, and after his death, was quickly replaced. In my opinion, Bodie is The Wire's most tragic character.
Alright, so if I make it to the other end, I win.
Nigga, what you still?
Camry XLE. Y'all wanna ride? It's right around the corner.
What up, man?
Same old, same old.
What's up with that boy?
Man, he just a punk, that's all. D put him back on the count, though. Break the chain. So what are you? A boy or a man? Man, you's a weak-ass nigga, man. You should have stayed down in the country, man. I mean, if you're gonna...
I'm yellow, motherfucker! What the fuck is up? Huh? What the fuck is y'all doing? Yo, do what you feel, but be ready to finish what you start. What you doing? This ain't no open market. You know that. Ain't no market. Marlo? You know I'm with Avon, right?
I ain't the one you need to convince.
Lemon fry.
Kevin? What about him?
You ain't heard? Chris and Snoop walked him down an alley. He in a vacant now.
How you know that? That's what I'm saying. It's a cold motherfucker. It's a cold world, bro. Thought you said it was getting warmer. It's like bitches on the chessboard.
Pawns.
Yo, I'm not snitching on none of my boys.